Well, good evening. My name is Tom. I come to you from the great state of Maine. This is a sad video, so I don't believe that I will make it through it very long. I lost my best friend 2 weeks ago. Those of you that have followed the channel for any length of time will know about my best friend. My best friend weighed about 30 pounds, has done absolutely everything that I have done in the last 15 years. We lost Annie, my dog. And those of you that have been around the channel from the beginning know Annie very well. She started fishing with me when she was 8 weeks old. My wife decided that I needed a beagle. That was, like I said, 15 years ago. I was getting ready to have knee surgery back then. And that's a long story, don't really want to get into that. But anyways, I was going to be laid up for 6 months. And I was laid up for 6 months. Literally laid up in a chair, looking out the window for 6 months. Getting up and going to the doctor's office every so often was about all that I did for that 6 months. And it was more like 8 months before I could drive again. So anyways, that kind of shortens that story down. But anyways, my wife decided that I needed a beagle to keep me company during that span. And she was great. Annie was great. She sat in my lap day in and day out for the last 15 years. She truly was a lap dog. But before the surgery, like I said, she was 8 weeks old, and I was dragging her out on Moosehead Lake. 8 weeks old, I went to Moosehead Lake for a 10-day fishing trip. Me, that beagle, and a pup tent in my boat. And she rode around in that boat like a champion for them 10 days. And only being 8 weeks old. You know, I had the puppy papers in the boat and all that. Just like she'd be training in the house or in the tent. At night, she slept in the tent with me. And then throughout the whole 15 years, up at the cabin, she slept in the bed with me every night. And maybe it started during that 8 weeks. When she was 8 weeks old and that very first fishing trip. Because I wanted to make sure I didn't lose her, and I slept pretty sound at the end of a big fishing day. So I would put her on a leash, and then put the leash on my wrist so that she wouldn't get out of the tent that night and wander off being so small. So we kind of grew from there. By the end, she literally knew about 40 words. She was a dog that you could literally talk to, and she loved routine, just like I like routine. She knew in the morning, she got up and went outdoors. She knew at night when it was time to go out, and she'd go to the door, and then she'd come back in. And then we kept her in a kennel at night, basically because that's the way she liked it. And then she would walk up to her kennel, big fluffy bed in there, climb right in every single night, and did that for 15 years. So when we lost her, I knew it was coming. So, I've been gone off the YouTube channel for about 3 weeks now. My heart just hasn't been into doing the videos for you guys, and I needed to take some time. And it's still pretty sore, and it still hurts. So, but I'm back, and this is, by the time you're seeing this, I'm sitting at my cabin at the kitchen table, having eggs and bacon, and eating homemade baked beans. I have made up a pot of beans ahead of time to bring up with me, and boy, are they good. I just started cooking them with ham hocks. I probably won't go back to pork unless I can't get my hands on some ham hocks, because the smoked ham hocks give them beans an enormous amount of flavor, as well as the gelatin that's cooked out of the bones from the ham hocks. Makes for a delicious, delicious pot of beans. So I've been enjoying the heck out of that. But getting back to Annie, I just want to kind of couple memory road things with her. I mean, she was, with all my big fish, she's been there. The only part she didn't fish with me on was ice fishing. And that's because of the temperatures, you know, and riding a snowmobile and all of that down the lake for 15 miles or 10 miles. So I didn't bring her on the ice fishing stuff, and she hung out at the cabin and kind of kept an eye on the place. But summertime fishing, boat fishing, she was every single trip, and she knew it. She knew when I was packing the truck to go to camp, and she was awful antsy because she really loved going to camp. She loved everything about camp. She'd be out there laying in the sun, soaking up the sun, taking a nap, you know, laying there, whether it be on the deck or out on the ground. She really liked going to camp. And when we got close to camp, you could tell, because she'd start prancing around on the inside of that truck, getting all antsy and all of that. But one time I had her up there, this was when she was young. You know how partridge will lay eggs right on the ground? Well, we were out checking the property lines, and she'd come across a partridge and come across the nest, and that partridge took her for a long ways down through the woods. And that was right after my surgery. So I was chasing her. I could just barely walk at that point, and I was still on a cane. I just put down the walker, and she took off down through the woods chasing. And how a partridge will do it is they want to get you away from the nest. So they'll flap their wings and act like they're all injured for about 20 feet and keep doing that to get your attention. So that beagle just kept getting that partridge attention right down through the woods. So that was a crazy time at the cabin that week, just because. And I've always had to watch her, not that she chases deer, but so many deer there at the cabin in the wintertime that sometimes you'd open up the front door to let her out to go pee, and there'd be a deer standing 20 feet from the porch, you know, under the apple trees there. So, but I'm going to miss her. I'm headed up in the cabin in the morning. I've been slow to get up there the last couple of weeks just because of, you know, I truly mean it when I say my best friend. My best friend is was that dog. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I just know, and I spent the last week with her. We knew it was coming. I spent the last week with her. Did all kinds of stuff that I could do with her. Right up until the end, she was a very happy little dog. Let me tell you, she was a happy little dog. And then the last 2 weeks, it's amazing how many things when you go through life, you know, like just me getting dressed in the morning and putting socks on. And she'd come over and see, "Where you going, Pa?" You know, she'd be right there underfoot because she didn't want to miss out. She loved going for rides and all that stuff. So little stuff like that, cooking in the kitchen, tripping over the dog all the time when you cook in the kitchen or at the cabin, because waiting for you to drop something. And if you drop something, she was right on it. You know, so little things like that. And I know my wife is having the same thing. The little things will remind you of her so much. You know, like, you know, bedtime, you get up, I don't know, for the last 15 years, the last thing we have to do is let the dog out. So that's been really different the last 2 weeks, not having to let the dog out. But anyways, I don't know. I wanted to bring this up for you guys so you know where I went. I haven't fallen off the planet, but it has been a sad couple of weeks, and things are looking up. I imagine tomorrow will be a rough day at the cabin without her, because the cabin is Annie. Annie is the cabin, you know. Always there, happy to see me after a day of fishing or after a day of hunting. The cabin, every inch of that cabin was as much Annie's as it was mine. I've had dogs in the past that meant as much to me as Annie. Daisy was another one. I had her for 18 years, a little beagle. She did the same thing. She was in the boat every day until old age, and she traveled some hours in the boat. And Annie did too. You know, my days were usually sun up to sun down, especially when Daisy was around. The older I've gotten, the days have gotten shorter as far as the fishing hours, but so that's going to be tough to get used to. But we'll have to break through the cabin and get that under my belt without my dog, and then move on from there. My daughter had a dog. Her name was Mabel. Good family dog that was buried down back. So I have buried Annie right next to Mabel. They were two beagles, and they pretty near looked identical as far as their colors and all of that. But so she's planted right next to Mabel. I just want to put this video out there in tribute to my dog Annie. To my dog Annie. Jeez, it doesn't get any easier. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up here. I just wanted to let you guys know where I've been and what's been going on here for the last 2 weeks here at the house. And I will see you next week. Have some coffee on your way out.